All right, everybody. Good morning. Hope you're all having a great day today. Today, we're going to be building out of these posts and this 4x4 a raised garden bed for my wife. It's not going to be that difficult. It's going to be pretty easy. I've already got my cuts marked out. I'll explain that to you guys as we're going. Only need a couple of things: some drill bits, some screws, a drill, your lumber obviously, and I'm going to be using this miter saw and that skill saw right there. That's all I'm going to use. Got some hand tools on me on my tool belt, so for whatever I need. We're going to go ahead and get started though. I think this process is going to go pretty quickly, and looking forward to a great day of building a project on a Saturday. Feels great outside, so can't wait. Hope you all enjoy. Stick with it. Stay tuned. Alright, so I've officially made all my cuts for my boards. I cut all of these boards right there. Those are all 4-foot boards. The short ones are 2-foot boards. Those two stacks are short. These are a little, they're 2 foot, but with the dog ear, it would make them like 1.11 inches. And then I cut all my 4x4 posts at 2 feet for the legs. So really simple thing you guys will see in the video as you just watched. Just a couple of cuts, a couple of minutes. We're gonna start putting this thing together. It's gonna go right in this space right here. Should be like 4 feet by 2 feet and like 2 feet high, something like that. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay out these boards in the shape that I want them. It's a little hard to get that camera angle down on the ground, so I'll see how it works, but I'm gonna lay out these boards in the shape that I want them, and I'm trying to figure out right now if I want to screw together the frame first and then put the legs on, or what. I'm not sure. I'll update you guys as we go here, but I think what I want to do is lay out the frame. I'll do it upside down. I'll put the legs in, and then I'll screw it all together. Then I'll flip it up, and we'll see what we got from there. And also, cold brew from Backwoods Grind Coffee. Make sure you guys check them out. Shameless plug. Alright, so what I'm doing right now, here, focus down here. Okay, so what I'm doing down here is I am right now squaring up these sides, just a little Swanson speed square, and I'm squaring them up so that I'm going to screw them together with some small wood screws first, and then I'm going to put the legs about halfway up on here because I think it'll be, I'm going to give my legs a little more height doing that. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just squaring them up on the corners so that I can get a little more length on my legs. If I can get this together. Okay. Perfect. That's pretty good. Same at the top. like those in there pretty tight. We'll do that. Do the same thing on the other side. Get the legs on here, and then we'll turn it over. Okay, quick update. I decided not to hold my legs up right here. I screwed the frame together, but I decided not to hold my legs up like I was originally planning to give me some more height, because I don't want the table to be unlevel. So if I were to do that, I'd have to make sure I float these up to the exact same height on each one. I don't have any clamps, I don't have anything fancy to hold them up, and I think that's just a little too much. So I'm just gonna butt them to the ground and to the corner, square them up, screw them off, go around, and I'm gonna go too high on these boards. So when I flip it over, it'll still be pretty high, around 2 feet, maybe a little more, something like that. And so that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna screw these on here, and I'll show you when I get them screwed on. As you guys can see, I have a stable platform, and I got the legs screwed on, got it all set up here. I think it looks pretty good. Now, the question is, how am I gonna attach the second board high? I don't know, I'm thinking about blocking up right here, maybe putting a little block, screw down, and then screw through it. I think that's probably my best idea for the most stable option. I think that's what we're gonna do, but not sure just yet. Guess we'll figure it out as we go. I just did 2 screws on each, held it pretty good. It's really good and sturdy. So I probably could have used, I probably didn't have to use 4x4s, but I mean, it's a home project, so why not go big or go home, right? We're gonna get the second level on, and we'll go from there. Catch you in a minute. All right, if you've made it this far, congrats. Because I just took the time to screw off all of these little blocks here. So basically going around, I just did to attach my top ones, I just cut some 6-inch blocks to get about 3 inches on each side. It's a little overkill. I could have just screwed all of the top boards together, but it's super sturdy now. I did 4 screws in each, just some 6-inch scraps, and we're gonna try to run the soil to at least the top level of this, so I don't think they'll show anyway. I really don't think it's that big of a deal. I spared you guys watching me screw all those in, but those blocks, I think, and I butted them to the corner, ran some screws in from the side. So I think everything's really square, really held together well. It looks good. So now I'm going to screw the bottom boards on, but I do have a predicament. So I was planning on them being straight through, but as you can see, the blocks here are jutting out, and I didn't account for that. So I'm gonna have to notch my bottom boards out, I guess with the skill saw maybe. Just gonna have to notch those out before I put them in. But other than that, we're almost there. And I'm gonna go ahead and notch those boards out and get them in. All right, so I just notched my board. See here and here. No. Focus, there we go. And there's already a would-be, swinging at a would-be. All right, so I notched my board here for my 4x4 posts. I'm gonna go ahead and stick it in here. And let's see. Yeah, fits really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw this board off. I think it's gonna be a little interesting because I might screw some blocks in there on the bottom. I'm not really sure yet. I think it's gonna work pretty good the way I've got it. And I'm just gonna hold it level on the outside and try to screw it. Well, if I can hold on to a screw, that is. All right. Of course it was right in a knot, but still. I'm not gonna press the issue. Let's try to get one in there first. I think I'll definitely have to add a block though. Unless I go down the sides maybe, but I don't really feel comfortable in just a few little screws holding onto this, so we'll see as we go. And I keep dropping screws. Also, if you're wondering why I'm using a Hyper Tough drill from Walmart, because my drill got stolen off of a job site. I work construction, for those of you that don't know. My drill bag got stolen off of a job last week, and so I had to make this in a pinch. So just bear with me. Come on. Not want to screw my finger. That would be not fun. But I got the board in there. I'm gonna screw it the rest of the way off, and I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side for that board. We'll fill in the middle. We'll see what we got. I don't know. I don't think I'll have to rip one. If I did my math right, it should all match up. We'll see. Might have to rip it, but who knows. So at some point, I realized I had a problem once I went to notch this board out. You see here and here. At some point in the beginning, one of my cuts was crooked. So, or either that or the board is crooked, something, I don't know. I was pulling them tight the whole way. So I get down here to the end to notch my last board, and I see, let me show you, I see that I drilled some, well, this is interesting with one here. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so I drilled some nailers down there. If you can see right there, I have a gap. So it's not really necessarily that my math is wrong. It was just that these boards are kind of inconsistent, and at some point they got off. So not a big deal. I don't really want to split the difference. I think what I'll do instead, maybe piece a couple of small rips in there, because I've got quite a bit of extra board laying around. I don't have a full board, or else I'd do it, but I have enough to do, you know, 2 boards worth of a rip, and if I do that, then shouldn't be an issue. I'll just stick it in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw this on here, and then I'll show you the rip. But I think that's my issue. I'll show you how it looks as of now, though. I think it looks pretty good, all things considered. So that's that. I'm gonna screw this one on here, get that rip. Catch you then. All right, you all, she's done. Got my rips in, got all my blocks in. Pretty easy, literally probably didn't take me an hour, maybe 2 hours if you count the time that it took to go buy the material. But I've got my 4x2 garden apartment planter box done. Should give me about a foot of soil depth so my roots can get plenty deep. Can't wait for Emily to actually get some plants growing in here and get this year started off right with some fresh vegetables and herbs and whatever else she wants to grow. I might have to build her another one. I don't know how big this one's gonna be. Probably will hold a couple of tomato plants at least, and maybe some cucumbers or beans or whatever she wants to plant in it. But I think it looks pretty good. I'll give you guys a final walk around of it, but thanks for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel down below. We'll catch you on the next one.